You know you'll always find ways to live everything. With Amigo Life Insurance, you'll help you plan to make sure you always can. Get your quote today. See what Acura MDX can with smart rearview mirror technology standard. Switch up to the Infiniti QX60. The question of whether these specs are actually the ones that Barrett should have chosen has also dominated some of our supported questions. Let's talk about this one from Brooks Law is Alive. Yes, Rich, exclamation point, I'm an owner of a Steam Deck and a high-end PC, so I may not be the target demographic. I watched your coverage of the new Steam machine with fascination at hardware choices. As I watched, I couldn't help but wonder if the Strix Halo APU could have provided multiple benefits, including a more powerful CPU, a more modern RDNA-5 GPU, a larger chip, or memory that would alleviate some pressure we'll see on the 8 gigs before heading into that. Meanwhile, memory pricing bears separate consideration. My layman's research suggests that 32 gigs of built-in DDR5X could be had for approximately 10% more US dollars than a combination of 16 gigabyte DDR5 and 8 gigs GDDR6. Although we're talking about premium APU with the benefit of hindsight, do you think it would have made sense for Valve to go upmarket with this kind of configuration? Some guy person asks, looks like I was right half a year ago that Steam Machine 2.0 is a real product. It has a seemingly anemic set of specs compared to the Strix Halo I postulated as Steam Machine 2.0 SoC. Do you think third-party OEMs will make their own Steam machines running Steam OS with a Strix Halo? There's no reason why they couldn't do that. There's no reason why world-class mini PCs out there couldn't actually furnish with a version of Steam OS or Flatside for that matter. But the concept of actually comparing Valve's choices with Strix Halo. Strix Halo is an incredibly expensive chip. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on there. It's wildly over-spec'd in some regards for a console-like device. For example, you don't need 16 cores and 32 threads. So there is a version of Strix Halo that is just one CPU CCD. So you'd get 8 cores, 16 threads, which would be better. But I'm willing to bet that there will be some of cheaper. Strix Halo is kind of why we're not doing it, even though, as Brooks Law is Alive says, it would actually alleviate the problems with memory there.
Yeah, I think Strix Halo, it's a big expensive chip. It's got a big memory interface, very large size. 140 millimeters squared or something for the whole shebang. It's big.
It is too big. I mean, whereas you
Strix Halo, not in a universe apart in terms of gaming, at least if you subtract the screenshots of people looking at 70 XT and see what you said. I think you're looking at something with like casual. Actually, I don't think you're necessarily looking to Strix Halo. Strix Halo was a lot hard to say.
Business is good.
If you want more performance, you're going to have to pay for it. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I think
One thing you should know, stranger. Don't mess with that old insane asylum.
Also, that breaking the price barriers that they're able to do. So it just is a machine that they're making that. But I do like the idea of the future, basically, where it's a sequence of a desktop environment that either people are either manufacturers like Lenovo put out higher end versions of what the state machine is, using even dedicated chips as it sees whatever they feel like is necessary.
Ally Spending Account is a checking account that helps you spend.
And it's just like people are always trying to build themselves up, like taking other people down. And it's historic. It's been going on forever. It's always the case. And it's normal. Like when you're young and you're coming up and you see people that are doing better than you, you're like, fuck that guy. It's normal. But it's not beneficial. It's not good. It's just like super unhealthy. So we have people our age who are still actually, of course, the cost. That's it. I mean, I don't care. I get it. It's sad. It's sad he wants other people to hurt. See, I'll tell something. He's pathologic jealous. Like, he's been pathologic. It's like literally mentally ill. Like, you understand, Mark, when he first started, when he was just first coming out, was friends with Mitch Hedberg, and then Mitch Hedberg hit, and he couldn't be friends with him. Yep. Same thing with Louis C.K. Louis C.K. were tight. Mark did. He had to fucking hate him, and he turned on him. Shit about him, talk shit about him openly, and then he became successful. And the years where Mark was successful were the best years of Mark, because Mark was fun. Like, I've had ups and downs with Mark. I've been this with him 3 or 4 different times. Let's talk shit about you, and then you can do the big situation. And then over time, so he became successful. And he does not like that. He fucking hates that. And the only time
magazine. You know, he had his own show on IFC. The Marin show. It was fucking great. It was cool to do. It was fun because he didn't have to compare himself to anybody else's success. I started being watching stuff, and then my podcast passed his, and my podcast, and then Spotify. Because that's when he started talking shit about me. So he started talking shit about me long before all this Trump stuff. This Trump stuff is just the most recent iteration of this thing that he does with people. You know, it's really good. It's so wild. It's statewide gambling. Now everybody does it. But you know what it is? Because for you, that's the slogan that makes people go, I don't want to like that. But it's the dumbest scam because you have millions of people trying to win. And like at least in blackjack, you got like a 40% chance of winning. You know, you have like fucking no chance of winning. You're just donating money to being one person out. Let's find out how many people go like, let's find a lottery, like a big one. Big ones a year in the news. They get all okay. Let's say Powerball. That's a huge lottery tickets are sold out. America bought more than 111 million tickets. The largest Powerball drawing in U.S. history. November 7, 2022. A jackpot of $2.04 billion. The lottery is a scam. It's so wild. It's statewide gambling. Now everybody does it. But you know what it is? Because for you, that's the slogan that makes people go, I don't want to like that. But it's the dumbest scam because you have millions of people trying to win. And like at least in blackjack, you've got like a 40% chance of winning. You know, you have like fucking no chance of winning. You're just donating money, hoping that you're the one person out of 5 million. Let's find out how many people go like, let's find a lottery, like a big one. Big ones a year in the news that gets okay, let's say Powerball. Well, that's a huge number. How many lottery tickets are sold? America's bought more than 111 million tickets. The largest Powerball drawing in U.S. history. November 7, 2022. A jackpot of $2.04 billion. The lottery is a great scam. It's so wild. It's statewide gambling. Now everybody does it. But you know what it is? That's the slogan that makes people go, I don't want to like that. But it's the dumbest scam because you have people trying to win. And like at least in blackjack, you've got like a 40% chance of winning. You know, you have like fucking no chance of winning. You're just donating money, hoping that you're the one person out of 5 million. Let's find out how many people go like, let's find a lottery, like a big one. Big ones a year in the news that gets out. Okay, let's say Powerball. But that's a huge number. Lottery tickets are sold. America bought more than 111 million tickets. The largest Powerball drawing in U.S. history. November 7, 2022. A jackpot of $2.04 billion. It's so wild. It's statewide gambling. 4 seats in a WNBA game is about $2.50. And throw in the bag of popcorn. For all 4 tickets, my cost about like $600. You can scam. That's possible. That's extra possible. No, it's just a Valkyrie. They're in California. It's their first year. They're in so I'm very excited. Yeah, that girl really care about WNBA. 4 seats in a WNBA game is about $2. Filming? Yep. You guys know what's wrong with me. You know something. I don't know. How is that even possible? I'll be right back and we'll figure out. I can't believe that. Oh, so what's the story? You too.
So what's the story?
It's you.
Nice to hear all that.
Hey, she waiting something. She is honest.
So this kid himself.
Believe that I'm both.
So what's the story?
It's you. Hey, she waiting something.
Average rates.
She is honest.
Raise my city. Raise my city. Some idea. Stop program the car. Delta 1 discontinue simulation. We are to release the voice commands. Captain computer, please continue loading simulation created by Professor Leon. So far, so good. This should be the full deck of being advanced. At the real branch, he was, in fact, speaking to a simulation. In fact, the program to grow inside that.
Joe.
As far as I'm aware, it's very happily still right now. Experiences infiltrate their lives, and their ones must be keep that safe. That's computer network. Listen, idea. Stop program the car. Delta 1 inactive memory. Discontinue simulation. We are to release the voice commands. Captain computer, please continue loading simulation created by Professor Mariano. So far, so good. This should be the full deck of being advanced. At the real branch, he was, in fact, speaking to a simulation. In fact, the
Tony.
Yeah. Well, don't believe I'm going to roll now. I'm not sure, but I think I just okayed the opportunity. It's in for your time.
just between the two of us. For a moment there, you actually made me regret getting obsessed with that little dream of ours.
That's nice of you to say, Pierce. But it's not going to make me feel any better. I know what this means. If everyone's in, you'll destroy the planet. It's all going to be gone.
This is how I first attacked you. Clearly, it left you with a hunger for vengeance. So let it forever. It will be my last shot too, fueled by the passions this battle has stirred within me. Done. I've won at last.
You know, it's not. obsessed with that little dream of mine. That's nice of you to say, Beerus, but it's not gonna make me feel any better. I know what this means. I've let everyone down. You'll destroy the planet. It's all gonna be gone. This is how I first attacked you. Clearly, it left you with a hunger for vengeance. So to make it poetic, it will be my last shot too, fueled by the passions this battle has stirred within me. You're done, Cook. I've run your course. Obsessed with that little dream. That's nice of you to say, Beerus, but it's not gonna make me feel any better. I know what this means. I've let everyone down. You'll destroy the planet. It's all gonna be
This unit is currently in factory default mode. Do you wish to enable this unit's personality subroutine? Unit remaining in factory default mode.
The reminder will require.
Nice. Sure. Put your wrench back in now.
I've been snatched for Christ's sakes. I'm practically killed.
I don't care how great a cliche shoot is.
Get on the horn with this answer. And he hung up on me. Who did? Charlie. Why? It's a fucking asshole.
The game's now.
Don't hang up on me.
What's this?
He told you I was kidnapped.
I've been able to keep the public opinion out. I don't care what music you talk to me. I really don't care what you're able to see me do. I did the swing from like, I'm gonna make pop, and then, oh, I hate pop, I'm gonna make drum, and then everybody's like, oh, wow, they gotta hate it or pop shit. I'm like, okay, this is just cool to y'all. Like, I can do everything cool to whatever.
Does Google, through this phone, know that I have moved here and...
Once I power this up, we'll be ready to broadcast. Once I power this up, we'll be ready to broadcast.
What's up, Albany? On November 28th, which is a Friday, Dan and Souther will be at 40 Lost Station, bringing all the maids.
Nobody's going to believe that we actually killed that thing.
You don't have to spend money. It is better if you register with the link in our bio. See you guys there from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Once I power this up, we'll be ready to broadcast. Once I power this up, we'll be ready to broadcast.
Lots going on. We're going to finish strong. We always like to start the show talking about gaming history, and this is where my big update is going to be later on. But first, let's do an intro.
Once I power this up, we'll be ready to broadcast.
Okay there, Park Lady. What do you have?
Before we start, I saw Phoenix. He lifted his body up with the bar when it went up. Silent, until I saw him grab a bunch of games backstage. Just, he's like,
Whenever I grab the game, I get all excited. I love the 2D hardware.
anyway, November 21st, everybody, Super Nintendo was in Japan.
I wish more people could see this. Remind them what it's all about.
Once I power this up, we'll be ready to broadcast.
If that radio transmitter over there had power,
Once I power
we could
this up,
broadcast to the
we'll
whole
be ready to
Commonwealth.
broadcast. I'd like to trade some items.
Donkey Kong Country
When I saw that thing coming out of the water, I was sure we were all dead.
I'm gonna punch you in your ovaries if you have such a... This is a horrible day, Labs. This is a great episode. I love it. Labs, this made me... Listen. Okay, here, chat. Before I show you the game...
Okay, she's just looking around like, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm literally looking for my super family club. It's up there somewhere. It's up there somewhere.
Phoenix, first you please show us the game that you have.
I gotta show my games. I wasn't sure which Donkey Kong Country Returns, so here's 3 of them right here. I have that. And then I have one of 7. I didn't get all the other King Kongs I also have. But I like the theme that you have with the little apes tonight.
Yeah, we're going hunting.
Yeah.
That by the way, chat, in case you didn't figure it out, it was the Peter Jackson one, Peter's Life.
Yes.
Playing that. PlayStation 2.
Yeah, not bad. It wasn't great, but it was decent for a movie licensed game. You know,
It's okay.
well, I guess it's a bag of bucks.
My friends will take, so we'll forget that.
Alright, chat. Please let us know how you think Labs rated that list right there. And I want you to do it specifically before I show you the game of Labs. Let me give you 5 seconds. Go ahead. Chat.
I already picked up on the thing here. She definitely went with a theme. She saw Donkey Kong Country Returns. She zeroed in on that, and then she went, "Ooh, I see another monkey. I'll put the monkey on that." And that's exactly how this list was formed. You can tell me I'm wrong, but I know.
No, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I knew. I like monkeys.
Some noticeable games that you missed today, Labs. And I zoomed in on this so I can go slow.
Is it like Castlevania? Like a
include Castle or a Mickey Mouse.
To be honest, I didn't see that one when I made the list yesterday morning. But I still like my Mario. Yeah, but the thing is, that's because it was released with the same the console. Yeah.
Labs.
You tied them in together.
Some people say.
You could have done a single image.
Labs. Some people say this is the best Mario game. Labs. I want to.
And because I left it out, we're all talking about it together.
Mario Labs is video games. Like Mario is theirs. This is the best.
My first video game I ever played.
Thank you, Kara. I listen. That is one. Okay, let's continue. Let's just see what else you missed. Well, you did put in the Super Nintendo, but you did miss The Legend of Zelda.
Thank God we got Peter Jackson's King Kong, the game everyone has memories in childhood.
It's classic, revolutionary.
Oh, man.
Thank you. And so let's put this in perspective. In front of all of these wonderful classics here, Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past.
Keep going. I want to see what else you missed.
Oh, we're not. We're not done here. She also missed.
Okay, spoiler alert, Monday, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is featured USA release.
Okay, I accept that. I accept that.
I accept that because you put King Kong. Some other noticeable games that you missed include Donkey Kong.
Show you guys Monday. Spoilers. Remember Sunny?
hereditary champions served under the title specialized in this corner sector that's the original, now housed in the museum. This is an extraordinary. We have relatively few archaeological artifacts testifying to Jewish religious practices in Jerusalem in 2000, the time of the Second Temple. Well, most were discovered under orders from the great builder Herod. Work here began in 22. Artificial expanders, vaulted structures filled with earth, afterwards retaining all four sides to support them, built by rain. Western wall, one small section of the visible on the western side. This stone helps us understand.
Anyway.
Lord!
Okay, Craig.
No! This is it. This is it. This is the worst list that's ever.
I cannot believe.
Blabs, you're talking about like industry-changing games that happen.
Yeah, but have you heard of Peter Jackson's King Kong?
I own it, and I have to tell you, not as good. Not as good. Falls a little short on Sonic 2.
Yeah, it's funny. I still get shit on, even though I made a little snippet in the document talking about, the top 4 releases, the games that they together.
I'm your biggest defender, and on this one, sadly, I'm a big failure on this one.
Just like they spots in zero. That's
No! That's right-handed, because that also came out at the same time. Yes. That's one of my favorites. Some other noticeable games that Blast missed today include Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong Quest, Diddy Kong Racing, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina. Wow. Pokemon. Yeah, now she's angry. Here we go. Wow. You could have chose. I'm not done. Like, I'm still disappointed. That's true. F-Zero should be on that list. Silent Hill should be on that list. Let's continue.
I need a lot of tears. Maybe a lot of tape.
Listen, let's continue some other noticeable games that you missed today, and instead you chose King fucking Kong. Include. Oh, I was Smash Brothers Melee.
Yeah, but like, Peter Jackson.
Donkey Kong, Moving Satellite.
I was what makes more money. Oh, look what it's real.
China. Oh, set. Here I got right there. Yeah, no, feel free to vent. You're my friends.
The only one that matters.
Donkey Kong Country.
Revolution, it was for the Wii. Oh no, guys, your Final Fantasy 13 frame. You've got that up. That's a nice little underrated title.
Super Mario.
It's just done. You should have put Final Fantasy 13 frame next day. Sorry, I'll only apologize to Lady Duck if she's proper in those teeth. What?
This is. Blabs, there have been lists that you fucked up, but I want to put this on everybody's calendar
Let's mark this on our day. November 21st. This is the day of the worst ever.
You literally did a good job last time, so I figured I would do better this time, and you still recommended me for it, you know?
Well, bullshit. She fell in love with the monkeys. That's what you did. And then you saw another monkey thief coming up tomorrow, so you got very excited.
This is not time for that's not happening at all. November 21st, 2025 is Side Scrollers. It is.
Wow.
You did that.
Speaking of 9/11, did you play games tested? You Portal Runner this year?
Ooh, Portal Runner. Yeah. I'm gonna do this right now. Labs doesn't make suggestions. She just lights a match and just watches them.
What would you put on here? What would yours? I'd love to hear everybody kind of. What would your list be?
Well, I certainly should have a thing on it, right? This is probably not. All right. If I was to go through here, I would do. Just as far as relevance goes, Mario World, Sonic 2, probably Ocarina of Time.
That's it.
I don't know. Melee, you could throw a fucking dart at this entire list, and anyone would work. Except for one. Except for one. This would be all like one of these games is not like the other.
So hang on a second. You're mad at me for one selection out of the three that I put on the list? Just so I understand.
Plus, I'm not mad at one selection. I'm mad at one selection is the worst of everyone listed right here.
That was uranium.
For guarantee of the game and about it. You guys after the opening made out and went back. Winning 8 straight, winning 4 straight against ranked opponents, and then on a warm Saturday night in November, desperate Oklahoma team came in to make it the deal knocked off the side. Despite updated now, odds are in Alabama's favor, so 81% chance
Roy
make the
Brown.
playoff
This one
for Alabama.
I'm not. You would play Crossing Pocket Edition, which is a mobile one. If I had put the one on, come on, that would be pretty bad.
So you already purple ones on merchant.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Everybody's sure.
Glad this is a beauty contest. You chose like the midget, the amputee gimp, like as far as the. This'll be it. This'll win for our country. This is.
Nice.
Anyway, you need like a timeout there, Clyde? You alright?
I'm going to tell you this right now. I was going to give a horrible take, but I'm not. I can't.
It'd still be worse than mine, though.
No, it will not. It will not be the worst take. I will hold on to it until next year. You will do this again, and I will unveil my horrible take next November 21st, 2026. So mark it on your calendar. 1 year away. My horrible take. My cancellation is not complete because
That's it.
because of fucking Peter Jackson.
I hate to insult you, but November 21st will be a Saturday next year, so we'll never hear it.
My cancellation is saved until the 2028. Yeah.
No, because that'll be a Sunday.
No, 2027.
Oh, I think it's like that. Okay, so we're at 28. See you guys then.
If someone ever asks me how I'm feeling and it's a really bad day, like I'm at a funeral, someone will say, "Look, I feel like 11:21." I feel like 11:28, 11:20, 11:21, 25. Never. Yeah.
It's legitimately shocking. Like I'm so curious.
You're all welcome. Inside of the helmet.
It was spectacularly bad. It's actually kind of working hard.
Thank you.
Look at this fucking majestic list of games here. It's honestly shocking. Kara, throw a dart. Which one of these 3 games, except for this one right here, would you choose to be on this list?
What's on this one?
Bingo. Sounds great. That's fair. How about you, Lady Decade?
I'd say 0. I can't see it, so I'm just going to probably up 5. Maybe 2. I'd say 3.
You're saying it correct. Mine's okay.
Yeah, just
After me, that's how the minutes.
yeah, Ocarina.
Mods, you have started up the chat is going crazy.
You are all welcome.
Orthodox Mods says, so today
This is a day of friendly fire, isn't it?
It says, don't the fire blast. Catapult her to the Pacific Ocean and listen to the point of blast they showing all of the 30-somethings are raging in the chat here. Get out of Gary's room.
Other lady wants the box.
Thank you, I made it myself.
Other lady. Other lady, congratulations. Captain Zachbeard says, Craig, where do you find the specimen of a co-host? I dragged it up. Ron says, big. Dawson's got news. What do you get?
Well, big article in the LA Times recently reporting some dangerous figures that the Los Angeles fighting chiefs, Palisades fire appears is being indicted for the fire and lack of fire on morning of January 2nd, the day after the 8 April blaze was declared contained, rather than stay and make sure that fire at the time chief Walter was his
It's an interesting. First off, I must say it's a long time. I'll say it. When you hear the LA Times actually do their job, it's weird. But by the way, that's a bad sign. Like if you have a wife or roommate or something, and we've all had this, and you like come home one day and they're cleaning, and you just go. You're happy they're cleaning, but that thought you have, which is what the fuck, that's what you clean, you never clean. That's a bad sign. It's a bad sign because it means you never fucking do anything, but now you're doing something. So when the LA Times does something that actually flies in the face of LA City Council or Karen Bass or Gavin Newsom or something, it's shocking and surprising. Now, that's their job. Their job is to do this stuff. But they've been so corrupted over the last decade plus that we don't expect them to do it. But it's a weird reaction when you see CNN sort of do their job. I don't think we've met. Once in a while, the LA Times do their job. Once in a while, you go, what are they doing? So good that they're doing it. It does beg a few questions, which is the set fire. It's like a crazy Uber driver guy. And now, in his defense, well, not in his defense, but, I don't know, 12 or 13 people died. The elderly folk couldn't get out of their house or whatever. There's a body count. There's also $10 million worth of damage done, thousands of structures. Right, and it's all going to land on the lap of the Uber guy, right? Now, if I'm defending the Uber guy, I'm going, yeah, this guy's an asshole, he's nuts, and he's an arsonist, and he's disgruntled, and he's an Uber driver, whatever else. But he set a small fire, and you guys, the professionals, showed up and did not put the fire out, and then left, and then I have these texts from these firemen saying, I don't think we should leave. I think the fire may still be smoldering under there, and then we have one from the battalion chief saying, come back, don't worry about it. So is my guy responsible for the deaths that came after your negligence?
There's some shared culpability here, obviously, right?
Yeah, he started the fire, and then you guys didn't put the fire out professionally or properly, and then a bunch of people died. So how are we going to break this one up? But either way, it's an issue we have here with competence. We don't have a lot of competence in Los Angeles. We have an incompetent mayor. We have an incompetent governor in California, and then the city council, even those towns are wildly incompetent as well. But it was fine because we
city. Our city, Los Angeles is sort of like to buy a Toyota Camry brand and give it to your dumb teenage daughter who just drives. She doesn't change oil, doesn't check, doesn't rotate tires, doesn't inflate anything, doesn't pop off fluid, doesn't anything. That Toyota Camry will go for 120,000 miles on the same oil it left the dealership with, and without ever doing all the scheduled maintenance and all the stuff. The check engine light's been on for 32,000 miles. You don't even pull over. It will, but eventually it'll start breaking. Even now. Because we're sort of in LA, just run ourselves towards breaking. But now, we're the Camry with the dumb teenage girl driver who never maintained it. Shit is starting to break. Right? That's right.
Well, there were 3 firefighters whose names were discussed. Whatever. Against, so they're not releasing their names, but the interim police chief has said in a statement, this I make police chief, I mean fire chief, interim, that's what chief said in a statement, Palisades not due to failed supervision of the marketplace. The setting said it was the result of an undetectable home fire that lived deep within the roots. Now, some main things are that the home of the fire is another way of saying to put it out. Yeah, home sounds better and releasing them some responsibility.
Yeah. But not climate change, Gavin. I'm going to blame everything on climate change. My thing is my whole thing with the climate change retardation is all right, there is climate change. It's fine. There's more wind, or time, there's more fuel, there's higher seas, or whatever. Storm season lasts longer. Whatever that thing is, now go do something about it. What you want me to say? Okay, climate change. Okay, climate change. Good. Clear the crunch. Okay, climate change. All right, build a reservoir. Yeah. Clear more alerts. More dispatch, more units, like whatever. Okay. Now let's do something about it. The fact, by the way, the fact that you're using climate change as an excuse says to me you're feckless and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Because if it is climate change, again, climate change in New Orleans. All right, seawalls. Okay, that's your job. I mean, we blame the Army Corps of Engineers, right? Spike Lee thought they dynamited the levees. So, which is just, it shows that A, he's a dope, but B, he just hates white people, essentially. But he thought the Army Corps of Engineers blew up the levees.
So everyone who was asked for comments, everyone who was in a position of authority has not returned comments.
Well, this is the beauty of the transparency of these people, which is zero transparency. Like, hey, how much is the new Capitol in Sacramento? It's $1.3 billion. It's overrun by $500 million. How about a little transparency there now? We signed non-disclosure agreements. We're not going to do that. Yeah. I do love the fact that the truth is raw. The truth to power people, the transparency. Never be transparent about it. No, where's the mayor? How about a presser? Let's hear it. Get up there on the podium and take questions, give answers. It's the biggest story of the last 20 years. How about a press conference? How about we discuss?
I mean, there could be some kind of email chain. Got to be communication. There's no way of the county the chief did not listen to this. Get out there, that doesn't make any sense. So give me LA time. reverse engineer stuff, right? So, like, and the document says, hey, here's how we're going to break down the profits from Hunter Biden's take in Ukraine. And you go 10% to Gary Wallbanger over here, and 10% to Guy Newcomb over here, and then 10% to Hunter Biden, and then he's got 10% for the big guy. Okay, that's what it says. And then we go, well, the big guy, who's the big guy? I'm sure the Los Angeles Times will figure out who the big guy is as soon as they're done with this whole fire investigation. Now, zero interest from any publication, New York Times, LA Times.
That's it.
That no one is the big guy. Curious who the big guy is. Not a big guy. Bob Lutsky said who the big guy is. Joe Biden. Joe Biden, but nobody wants to know the answer to that, including the FBI, CIA. Nobody. Okay. So the big guy is Joe Biden. Now, somebody says, well, this document is just there to basically frame Joe Biden. It doesn't exist, or I can't prove it exists, or doesn't exist. If you're there to frame Joe Biden, it says 10% for Joe Biden. Or it says JB. It doesn't say the big guy. Why leave it open to interpretation? If you're going to frame something, you're going to frame somebody. If I'm trying to frame Lincoln, and you know, Link's 10-year-old girl, not the big guy, we're going to find Dawson, because I'm trying to want you. Now, I would say it if I'm trying to frame you in an email, or a picture. Right? So he would say, now here, Robin, where are you going now? I'll tell you where I'm going. Neil Armstrong says, one small step for man, one giant leap for God. He fucked that up. He would say it should be one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. Now, because one small step for man is the same as mankind, unless you say for a man. So, that makes sense. If I was shooting this on a sound stage, like as depicted in Capricorn 1, let's do it again in Film with OJ, I'd be like, alright, Neil, that's a good one. Now let's try it again. And this time, remember, like the cue card guy over there, it is one small step for a man, yes, one giant leap for mankind. That's what it is. So just say it and go again. Now ring the bell and tell step up on the wing, yeah, and right. Stroke of genius, 1 out of 10. Nice job. Anyway, the government says we're actually an idiot, and we landed on, I think we said 6 times, 5 times. So, you know, for me, as a making landing on the moon, being happy about it, and all the way underneath, face down where we'll be able to fly directly. If you said, I'd much rather than handle the homeless crisis or something better and make the moon. Also, it's kind of cool if you make the moon land
then other things they don't care about. Because, by the way, where would the grievance lead to if that was their issue? Like, where would they go with this? To Trump? To a white guy? To a white Republican? To a white Christian guy? Who? No, these are Muslims. These are black Muslims. They don't have it.
Chosen wisely, but I can tell you right now, you're paying a bit of a beauty tax for a lot of these components, like this white Corsair memory kit, all these Lee & Lee Infinity Mirror fans, not to mention the white Yamaha speakers and the matching white monitors. Even your motherboard is white. Now, AMD doesn't make the Ryzen 5 7600 processor in white, but what you can do is pay a white dude to install it in the motherboard for you. Upgrade, another sweepstake, and we're a lot more stuff these days. You've got a keyboard in here, new desk, new chair. And what are these? They're from IKEA.
So these are the daytime running lights for my bike. So put custom like RGB lights inside.
That's not streaming, is it?
No, it's only for when I'm parking. Not when I'm
Law-breaking inventory manager like you wouldn't surprise me if there was contraband merch. How did you end up with these? They're limited edition.
with the Earth Actually,
When you have to say, actually, I'm not lying, you might be a liar. Oh, you definitely didn't take your Wi-Fi access point. Work. Is this an Amtech Sonata? It is a Sonata.
oh, not mine.
You're sorry.
They hide
This is so weird. There's just like a Sonata. There's parts of the back. It's just around the bus for you to find. Why is it here?
That's fine.
But I didn't ask what it was. I asked, why is it here?
You have to ask.
Why do you need so many knives?
I have a budget. I'm going to use it up. If I don't use it up, then again. Let's add on smaller stuff.
What is this monstrosity?
But
what a choice, huh? I honestly thought it was a fridge. I first looked at it.
that'd be cool.
Oh my god, you have all the expenses.
I took photos for that, so
I'm picking up the vibe that this is a Michael project for today. Cool. Thanks, Mikey. Are you Mike's? Also, have you ever gone start to finish? No. I'm not picking up that I want to buy it, but I'm not This is going to be a painful day.
I thought you were an expert at this.
That's what we tell everybody. Before you do that, you might need
The new Litter Robot 5 Pro, which has the most advanced features, can handle up to 5 cats as small as 2 pounds and as large as 30 pounds. They work some sort of magic because large to give your cats the most room possible, and it doesn't take up more space than the original litter robot. I'm telling you, it's roomier than my first apartment in there. My cats acclimated immediately, and they're baby kitties. I'm happy they're happy, but I'm even happier to be back sleeping over in my house. Seriously, upgrading to a litter robot is upgrading I spend a lot of time in my job because that's where I always wanted to be and what I was raised to be. And as I even said to my boss one day, I said, you know, I feel like I'm
Recorded live at Number One Studios with Adam Carolla and board-certified physician, Diction-X specialist, Dr. Drew Pinsky. This is the Adam and Dr. Drew Show.
Yeah, get it on, get it on, for time. That's his special. Yeah, so, first, last year, I was explaining about our hair. Started to get, I don't say this, I don't get Gavin news very often. He says they're minutes away. Fucking bread, I need it. And then end up fucking other places that adopt these. I need this sort of shit.
Is the ultimate liberal ideal state. Right. Disappeared. He's not heard from since at that time.
So I was explaining that about 10 years ago, Rossetti, who's gloomy and wispy and straight by all accounts, just soft, super soft.
Didn't we decide he probably? Anyway,
who decided it?
Oh, I thought you and I had to.
Well, he's got a wife and kids.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure.
And here's the whole point. It starts early and often. Straight guys enter it later in their career. You know, it's not like he had to put pussy in the face. He had to put on the pussy inside at 40. You know, so that's where they cross your legs that way, to handling yourself a certain way. They go by a soft, baby, kind of deep leg crossing kind of guy. There's a sleeve roll you do for hands. You said there's a definite leg cross. There's a posture to it that isn't much different than being gay, and that as a gay guy you sort of have your mannerisms. Well, as a soft guy, you have your mannerisms. You have to signal to your constituency, the LGBT community, to bring up the LGBT community like always, right? And the black and brown, the LGBT community. To talk about how whatever affects this community all the time, and this community can be women of color, the LGBT, the trans community, the Islamic community. You have to bring up communities constantly, then you have to talk about how it affects them, and then you have to certain effect to talk about how your heart breaks for those communities who are affected and impacted by these, you know, that's what you do. So you care. You just get a and you don't do anything. You don't have a life, and you don't build it. And you prevent people from you get angry.
I want to bring up something you and I talked about yesterday, which is a neuropsychologist I heard talking the other day who said, you know, do something, build something. Do not talk about it because there's a motivational system in the brain that is satiated by talking, whereby talking feels like having done it.
Right. And so we talked on the air. Yeah. Sorry.
Yes, it's off the air.
And I have been wondering out loud for a long time, and I've been saying through this my ex-wife as an example, which is she said she called the company campaign. When? Sunday. What? They weren't open. When was that? That was 4 months ago. Like, she would trot it out
as having been done. Yeah.
Well, she would trot it. I'll tell you what she would do. It'd be like if your wife said, when are you going to clean those guns? Like you would say, see the light? See the light for gloves at the bottom? I just came in for some lemonade. See the light? She would say, like you would say, or she'd have forgiven. And it never
insight that this neurobiologist was providing, which is that there's a motivational and sort of satiation, is that a system that is lit up in the same way by doing something as talking about it. So talking about it, everybody. Well, you and I it doesn't work on me. Right. And I get frustrated. It works on Gil Garcetti. Wait a minute. Yeah. And it's a chick wiring. Yes. Correct. But it would not work on Margaret Thatcher. No. But it would work on Eric Garcetti. Yes. So it's not penis and vagina per se. It's a chick thing. Yeah. You probably didn't want to drill down into the chick thing part of it, but I've noticed women talking about stuff in perpetuity.
Hey, hold up there.
For me,
first time in Good Neighbor,
be frustrating.
You can't go walking around without insurance.
Not only that, but government takes that to another level.
You better back off, or you're the one who's gonna need insurance.
What was that? I couldn't hear over the sound of all that pathetic. You hand over everything you got in their pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody accidents.
Someone steps through the gate the first time, they're a guest. You lay off that extortion crap.
What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
You soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new man.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You all right, brother?
I'm fine. Thanks for taking care of it.
Good. Now don't let this incident taint your view of our little community. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Good neighbor? That what you call this place?
That's right. We cobbled this little neighborhood together out of the freaks and misfits that just wouldn't be accepted anywhere else. You'll see. You make enough friends here, you'll call this place home soon enough. So long as you remember who's in charge.
So yeah, we did $300 billion to them. It's over. Right. They try to follow up. And then it's just it's done. We gave
everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim,
or
kill it.
Eric Garcetti is a pussy.
Let's see what you have.
He ran Los Angeles,
Nice guns.
and he was one of the earlier onset pussy guys. Although
onset pussy,
but Obama kicked open the door for those pussies, right? And so we had a bunch of super soft douchebags trying to run cities. And look, it's good for doulas and wet nurses. It's not opening a floral stand, but it's not really good for running a city because it's like tough decisions and sorry homeless guys, you don't have a right to camp on the street. We're getting you out, we're sweeping you up. You know, like but it's tough love. Yeah, and they don't do that. So
I love the idea. You're doing what's necessary to help you, and sometimes that requires work. Right. And that's that. That's doing things you don't want to do in your disease.
Right. So I market that a quote I heard while I was driving about Eric Garcetti saying that when prisoners grow,
Brotherhood of Steel better stay out of good neighbors.
Really thing to say. Now, I told Andrew to look for it, and then he went
Hancock
on.
Says newcomers are welcome in the third rail.
Looking at
Go on in.
Interesting.
They said it was a fabrication.
Google said it was picked up. Someone else said it, and he never said it.
Right.
And I was like, well, there's computers, and there's Google, and then there's me sitting in traffic, listening to my AM radio 10 years ago, and I heard it.
Well, the only thing that scares me with that, Adam, is that your memory is pretty much perfect. That is rare. Most people's memory is not. I don't want everyone now relying on their memory so much.
Do not rely on my
Downstairs.
Your memory.
Don't bother the other patrons.
And I say that without
According to Google, Eric Garcetti did not say we owe them our gratitude. That quote is a fabrication that originated in 2019. Open in the publication City Watch LA, which sarcastically attributed.
Hancock Says newcomers are welcome.
Okay, so Google says he never said it. We went to Grok. So we said, well, let's check with Grok.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is.
Says, the quote you're referring to.
You ain't buying big. You ain't buying big.
Sorry, but I'm still reading the top, so you can give it a top.
That is Silver Shroud costume?
To stamp
Hey,
May 27,
no
2016
judgment.
announcement
Ain't
by
that a
then
kid
Los
show?
Angeles Mayor
You
Eric
there.
Garcetti.
We need to have a conversation.
So then we go down. When people have paid their debt in society are dead.
Got my attention.
And you got my attention by poking your nose into a place that happened.
Sorry, not just thanking them.
Yeah, I remember that place.
That's nice. You did a lot of damage. But I don't hold any of that against you. Part of the cost of doing business these days. I took the trouble of tracking you down because I'm always looking for people that can handle themselves in dangerous situations. Seems like you may fit the bill.
I don't mind danger, so long as I get paid well enough.
You'll get paid the starting rate, like everybody else. If you by the way, but you'll need to talk to my boss first. Come down to Cabot House in Beacon Hill and ask to talk to Jack.
Our gratitude.
But if you're searching for something to bring you comfort,
just reading it.
Wait till this song is over.
What? Another one of you.
Can't say I'm surprised to find you in a dump like this, McGreedy.
I was wondering how long it would take your bloodhounds to track me down, Winlock. It's been almost 3 months. Don't tell me you're getting rusty. Should we take this outside?
It ain't like that. I'm just here to deliver a message.
In case you forgot, I left the Gunners for good.
Yeah, I heard. But you're still taking jobs in the Commonwealth. That isn't going to work for us.
I don't take orders from you. Not anymore.
Oh, that's what he sounded like.
Why don't you take your girlfriend and walk out of here while you still can?
What?
Sounds like someone put a text to speech.
Tell me we don't have to listen to this shit.
Listen up, McGreedy. The only reason we haven't filled your body full of bullets is that we don't want a war with good neighbors. See, we respect other people's boundaries. We know how to play the game. It's something you never learned.
Glad to have disappointed you.
You can play the tough guy all you want. But if we hear you're still operating inside Gunner territory, all bets are off. You got that?
You finished?
Yeah. We're finished. Come on, Barnes.
Look, pal, if you're preaching about the atom or looking for a friend, you've got the wrong guy. If you need a hired gun, then maybe we can talk.
Saying what Google said, it
didn't say.
I'm interested.
And that is
If
precisely how I
joking, right?
remembered, although
I used to run
there
with
is
the
a
gunner.
part of this that bothers me, which
sounds like you can
a
handle
radio
yourself,
interview. I
but I
remember
If you're
worry.
worried about Winlock and Barnes,
Well, Drew,
then what
your
about
good
you?
memory is all over the fucking road.
All I can give you is my word.
I heard it on
Bunch
the
of
radio.
caps,
I
huh?
could have been a
Price is
producer.
250 caps.
Footage of it. So let's
Everything's
one more
negotiable.
time.
Would you take 200?
Something wrong with your hearing? I just told you. So are you in?
Sure.
Never said.
You've got a deal.
Now you're speaking my language. All right, boss.
Like he didn't say. I said earmarks of Russian collusion. I didn't say it was. I didn't say Hunter Biden's laptop was Russian.
Let's get this show on the road.
I said it had
Huh? Don't have no handouts.
So that's different than saying it was. Just said it had all the earmarks, Drew. Fine person.
Hey everyone, gather around. Let's keep
First
the
in,
breeze back.
this
Shoot the
episode is
fat.
sponsored by
Now, I know
BetterHelp,
y'all are
and
doing your own thing, but I don't want
is
anyone here
checking
to
out
forget
early
what
these days. It
matters.
gets dark early,
Hey, Daisy,
and that
glad you
can
can
set
make
you up
How's
for
my favorite
seasonal
girl
affective disorder. It
Didn't I
affects us
see
more
what
than we
they
think.
were aroused
Maybe
the
time to
other day?
reach out, check
He
in with
wishes.
people, and maybe you catch up with somebody that you haven't seen in a long time.
All
You
right,
wonder
all
yourself,
right. We're
why
getting off
did you
track.
let time
What
go
was I
by
saying?
before you did that?
Oh, that's
In
right.
fact, I'm doing
What
that
matters.
tonight.
We
Same
freaks
with
gotta
therapy.
stick
It can be
together.
difficult to
And
start.
the
People have
best way to
lots of
stick together
preconceived
is
notions.
to keep an
Right?
eye out
It just,
for what drives
I
us
didn't read the
apart.
book, so I don't
You
know if
feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock.
Now, what out there in our big friendly commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would hurt our peaceful community? That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lardhead. Let's stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not
us! And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Good neighbor.
And who's in charge of good neighbor?
Hancock. Of the people, for the people.